unfortunate that it's not as popular anymore. But I guess that's what happens.
Hey, sir, what do you think about flamenco guitar?
I don't know much about guitars. I know I don't like them.
Well, I always kind of like jazz.
Well, I've always been a strong supporter of flamingos.
Excuse me, sir, what do you think about Flamenco Guitarist?
What? Huh? What are you trying to say to me? Trying to start something? Is that it? Oh yes, I remember managing some very popular bands, and mainly in the vein of Latin dance music. I remember the Caramba Four and their runaway hit, "Do You Like My Speedy Gonzales?" Yes, it's quite a popular one among the lads. Anyway, I was becoming interested in flamenco guitar and listening to the old records, and I was amazed at the diminishing popularity that flamenco guitar was having after the death of Squeaky Lefty in that violent plane crash. Many said that with the death of probably the world's greatest flamenco guitarist was the death of flamenco guitar. But it so happened I was visiting Brussels in the summer of 1974, and I saw this kid with amazing talent. That was the first time I saw Jose Rico play, and I thought to myself, I could take this kid all the way. I remember saying, I could take this kid all the way.
Announcing the world's greatest guitar player, Jose Rico!
It was the concert in the summer of 1974 in Chicago that we saw the breakthrough of Jose Rico as a popular artist, and his crossbreed of top 40 and classic flamenco really took off. We pulled in a record crowd at the famous Axe Lounge, and it seemed to be a breaking point in Jose Rico's career. As you can see, his experimental style wowed the audience and gained many followers after that. And we could see that the road to success was getting near.
Yeah, I've got this great kid. Yeah, Jose Rico. You've heard of him. Well, we've had a few concerts with him already, and the public response has been great, fantastic. Yes, I think this kid's ready for a true audition. I think we're ready to go in the studio. I'm taking this kid to the top, damn it, to the top! Yes. You'll hear an audition? That's great. Hose it. Okay. Talk to you next thing on Monday. Goodbye. I remember we were getting the audition for the record deal. We had tried with Columbia and they had turned us down, and we had then tried with Sony Records and they had also turned us down. So we turned on to a Barry Manilow's label, Light Blue Velvet Records, and we were looking for to be put out on that, and I believe then it was the early spring of 1975, and Jose Rico's fame was growing, so we felt it was a good time to go into the studio. So we had set up an audition, and we were looking to see how that went first.
Oh, Jose, you made it! It's so great to see you!
It's good to see you, Coco, again. I'm so glad you could have us listen to this record. Jose, come on, Jose. Come on. Be nice to Coco.
Well, let's hear him play. One string just ding. You guys have a record deal.
Jose! Alright, let's take it from the top. You got that flamenco feeling. Okay, you ready? You just start whenever you're ready.
Die. You guys got a record here.
Okay, Jose.
Good job. I love it. This has got to be the biggest record I heard.
This is a good sound.
This is the sound of the 90s.
It's the 70s.
That's good.
Finished the record, and we were planning a tour of the United States to increase the popularity. It was our idea to try to drum up some publicity for it and just go from there. So we had played a few clubs in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and Harrisburg, Vermont, and small places like that. But now we had come to the big one, the Chicago concert.
The Chicago concert marked our famous return to the city of Chicago. Since the time that we last played in Chicago, stardom had doubled, tripled, quadrupled, quintupled, sextupled, and whatever the hell the rest of them are. But he was much bigger, and the concert was a great success, and it was amazing, and we felt we were on our way finally. After the big Chicago concert, Jose returned to his room, notedly depressed. He did not have the same passion that he had before. He woke up the next morning. He still seemed to be in a state of depression. But he noticed his hand was mysteriously cut off. He could no longer play. He couldn't even open the door. He reached for his guitar, and with no more of the beautiful music of the night,
Job was gone. The world's greatest flamenco guitar player could play no more.
The story of Jose Rico is tragic. The world lost one of the greatest flamenco guitar players ever. What was so tragic about it was he wasn't able to realize his full potential, and that was too bad. It is sad what has happened to Jose Rico, and in his memory, there's a $1,000 fund for artists who get their hand cut off, to help them replace it with fake hands, to at least live some of the comforts that normal people have. The ending to Jose Rico's story is equally as tragic as what you have seen so far. First he had gotten a hook for a hand and tried playing, but it kept ripping the strings. His artificial hand was made of plastic, just wouldn't play. Eventually he died a broken man. He threw himself off the Sears Tower in Chicago, the site of his greatest concert. But the memory of Jose Rico will always live on in the hearts and the minds of the flamenco.